Hi everybody, my name is Sarah Mlynowski and I'm the author of 40 different books, including the 50 novels in the Whatever After series about a girl and her brother Jonah who fall into different fairy tales and mess them up. I'm also the author of the S.T.E.A.M Magic series, which I co-write with Emily Jenkins and Lauren Miracle. And the first book in that series was just made into a movie for the Disney Channel called S.T.E.A.M Magic. But today I am talking to you from my office in Los Angeles, so not so far from you guys. I wish I could be there in person, but here I am, and I thought I'd read a little bit to you from Whatever After Abby and Oz. Now, this new book is a special edition of the Whatever After series. So in all the other books in this series, Abby, the main character, falls into different fairy tales through the magic mirror in her basement and messes them up. But in this book, because it's a special edition, she ends up getting sucked into a novel with some of her friends instead. So I'm going to read to you a little bit today from chapter 2, Getting Carried Away. So right now, Abby is in a treehouse at her friend's house, and she's working on a school project, and she's with her dog Prince. But suddenly a tornado has come and swept the treehouse up. I'm going to read now. We're inside it. We are inside a tornado. OMG. It swallowed us like it did the flower pot. I feel the treehouse being lifted up and whirled around. It's like we're on a spinning rod at an amusement park. Only this isn't any fun. Okay, maybe it's a teensy bit fun, but it would be more fun if it weren't so scary. We're going round and round and round. I hold on to Prince, my dog, with one hand, and with the other hand I squeeze the window ledge tightly. My knuckles are white. Ruff, ruff, ruff! Prince barks as he slips out of my grasp. Oh no! Robin, Penny, and Frankie are still on their cushions on the floor, sliding back and forth. The treehouse keeps tilting and whirling and spinning, making me feel dizzy and sick. Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. I cannot think of anything more embarrassing than vomiting all over my friend's treehouse. We all go sliding to the left. Ah! I see Prince fly through the air. We all go sliding to the right. Ah! Prince flies through the air in the other direction. I reach out to try and grab him, but I can't. We're moving too fast. And then we're dropping. We're falling from the sky. Hold on tight, I scream as we smash. Land on the ground. Everything is still. Everything is quiet. Somehow I'm still standing, even though every part of my body is shaking. My feet feel like jelly. The treehouse is back on the ground and no longer tilted on the side. Whew! We must have plunked back down in another part of Robin's backyard. Any second, I'm sure her parents will come running out of the main house to check on us. Ruff, ruff, Prince barks and darts over to me. I pick him up and his little legs are quivering. Poor baby, I say, nuzzling his head and ears. You okay? He whimpers and licks my face. Is everyone else okay? I ask, looking up. Frankie, Robin, and Penny are slowly standing up from the ground. Their eyes are huge and they all look disheveled, even Penny. That was intense, Penny says. I think I swallowed my gum. So intense, says Robin, and really scary. So scary, Frankie says. I can't believe the whole treehouse got picked up and moved. Are we somewhere in my backyard? Robin asks. I turn back to the window. Miraculously, it isn't broken, but it's all fogged up. I try to wipe it with my sleeve, but it keeps fogging up again. We should get out of here, Frankie says, in case the treehouse is about to collapse on it or something. Ugh. She reaches for the door handle and tries to pull it open, but it doesn't budge. It's stuck, Frankie says. Let me see, I say. I think it's just locked. I unlock it and pull the door open. The sun is shining. The sky is bright blue. The wind is gone. And this is for sure not Robin's backyard. Robin's main house is gone. Instead, there are beautiful tall flowers all around us. Daffodils and sunflowers and tulips in a million different colors. Red, blue, purple, pink, and the stems go up to our knees. There's a bridge nearby that crosses a bright blue stream. It's like we're in the most beautiful garden ever, and it's all in Technicolor. All four of us step outside onto the lush grass. I'm still holding Prince in my arms. Wow, Robin says. That tornado took us at least a block away. Shivers spread down my spine. Why do I get the feeling that we're much more than a block away? I'm almost positive that somehow the tornado took us to a whole different world, the way my magic mirror does. But where could we be? A fairy tale? A book? Or somewhere else? Prince squirms out of my arms, and I put him down on what looks like a road. A yellow road. A yellow road made of bricks. Wait, a yellow road made of bricks? A yellow brick road? A yellow brick road! A tornado! Far off in the horizon, I see a massive wall of green, bright, sparkling green, emerald-colored even. An emerald city? No way! Oh wow, the Emerald City! It's Oz, it has to be! We're in the Wizard of Oz. Penny grabs my arm. Abby, she whispers. Yes, I squeak. She laughs. I've got a feeling we're not in Smithville anymore. So that's the end of the reading part, just to give you a little taste. Abby and her friends do end up in Oz. They've fallen into the book, or more accurately, they've gotten pulled into the book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And now for the first time ever, I thought I would read you guys a little note that I wrote at the back of the book. This is my note from the author. See, because this is a special edition, there are some other things in the back of the book, like some games, fill in the blanks, word searches, but there's also a note that I wrote about why I wrote this book. So I'm going to read that to you guys. Dear reader, I am so excited to share the second Whatever After special edition with you. After tossing Abby into so many different fairy tales, and in the first special edition into Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, I finally have her visiting my favorite magical story of them all, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. As a kid, I must have watched the movie The Wizard of Oz at least 100 times, not exaggerating. I watched it over and over, and then a few more times for good luck. The story was so much fun. I, too, wanted to follow a yellow brick road to a magical Emerald City. I wanted a feisty dog named Toto and loyal travel companions like the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion. I also really, really wanted ruby slippers. I once even got grounded for coloring in my brand spanking new white sneakers with a red marker. Oops. But no matter how many times I wished for magical ruby slippers of my own, they never appeared on my feet or in my closet. And of course, even if they had appeared, I knew I wouldn't actually get to travel to the Wizard of Oz. Now, as a grown-up, I still don't have ruby slippers of my own. I've searched on Zappos. I don't have a feisty dog yet, but I do have a wonderful family and loyal friends. And best of all, I was finally able to make my dream of visiting Oz come true. How? By writing this book. I got to skip down the yellow brick road, meet all the awesome characters of Oz, explore the Emerald City, and click my heels together 3 times. And you know what's even more amazing? I got to take you all with me. There's no place like home, there's no place like Oz, and there's no place like a favorite book. Happy reading. So that's my little letter. And I wanted to thank you guys so much for coming and listening to me read from this book. I really had the best time writing it. I want to remind you that if you want to get a copy of the book, you can find it at your favorite local independent bookstore or at your library. And you can find it pretty much in all places that sell books. And you can also find me online. I'm at ST.E.A.M.com, or I'm on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and everywhere under my name, S.T.E.A.M, which I know is really tough to spell, but you can find it there that's how I spell it. So it's hard to spell and hard to pronounce. What can I say? But you can always find me there. And I wanted to tell you to come back to Story and Activity Time at the festival. And also not to forget that Saturday, September 26th, is the red carpet. So you should be there too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.